Yes, we're in the parade ring and looking forward to this second race. It's a Class 6 handicap, and this is number 8, Devon Envoy for Rod Millman.
Yeah, very much on his toes, and he wasn't first time out here at the course. He didn't run so well last time, finishing last, but his saddle slipped, so there was an excuse, and he had a wide draw that day. On the basis of the first run, he'd have a good chance.
He's well turned out, isn't he? Obviously, he's looking a little bit edgy and buzzy here. In behind, number 1, we can take a look at Mark Usher's runner, Arlecchino's Gift. Dane O'Neill on board.
Yeah, given a perfect ride by Dane last time at Lingfield on the turf track, came swooping through to win convincingly. Whereas the pace rather collapsed. He's quite a talented horse, but he needs to be played late, so I wouldn't have thought Dane will be coming too early on the scene.
A winner last time out at Lingfield. In behind Arlecchino's Gift is number 2, blue, number 9, I should say. This is Thank the Lord, and there's been so much money for this horse. If you look at his form figures, Eddie, yeah, I think you'd be surprised.
He's from a good sprinting family of the Tevishams, including the half-sister Delegate, the lady. Looking fine, bandaged in front, a little bit pottery on the front legs on occasions, but he didn't show much in the 3 qualifying runs, but he comes here on a lowly mark.
Number 6 in behind is Romantic Memories for Jonathan Portman, and she is on her toes. She was on her toes. She's looking a little bit more relaxed than when I first came in.
Yeah, been up the front of races over longer trips and drops back to 6, which may be all right for her. Didn't run very well, I thought, at Lingfield last time.
Number 4 is Hot Legs Lil, who's yet to get the head in front.
Yeah, it's done quite well, considering I saw her last year and she looked a tiny little thing, and she's actually strengthened up a fair bit. Comes back from running on the all-weather to turf, and 1 or 2 of her runs would give her a squeak.
What about number 2, following her, Blue Collar Lad for Robin Brisland? On some of his better form, he would have a chance.
Yeah, certainly on his Kempton runs over longer trips, he'd have a really good chance. He finished last on his comeback run the other day, but there were mitigating circumstances. That was his first run since being gelded. Back on turf with Tom Marcon taking over from an apprentice who was having, I think, his first or second ride. There's a big jockey booking.
Let's drop back to number 5 and talk about non-stop, to do a second take, actually, to see the Tizards with the horse here today.
Yeah, and Joe's got a very good record of 8 wins from 30 runners flat and jump since taking over from his dad, Colin. And this horse was one of those who went very close at Lingfield. He looks really well today. He looks a bit scopier than a lot of these. I should think if he acts as well on the grass, he'll go very close again.
And we can drop back and find number 7. This is Pride Aside.
First time in a handicap, having finished last on her first 2 starts. There was a little bit of improvement when rather a distant 4th last time. She'd have to improve again, I think, on the bare runs.
And she goes handicapping off a mark of 60. So runners now going down, Angus. Let's get a quick update then in the market.
That's a good look at them in the parade ring, and we'll pick them up again down at the start. Looks like a decent crowd there today, doesn't it, at Salisbury, enjoying a mild day, and some good racing there today. Non-stop 7-2, Blue Collar Lad 5-1, 6-1 Devon Envoy, Do Lily 13-2, and it's the same for bit of a drifter, Thank the Lord, out to 13-2, and now he goes further, 7-1. 15-2, Arlecchino's Gift, 11-1, and bigger. The rest of them, 10 go, non-stop, clipped into 7-2, having been 4-1 favourite a moment or 2 ago.
Yeah, so plenty in with chances here, that is for sure, for this Class 6 handicap. Racing over 6 furlongs, runners are making their way down to the start, and there's a few horses in here that have got recent form, and Arlecchino's Gift is certainly one of them. For Mark Usher, was a nice winner at Lingfield last time out, with Notre Maison finishing back in 7th. Is up £7 for that performance. And the 3-year-old that, well, we've discussed, probably needs things just to be run on his terms. There's Blue Collar Lad, Eddie, Robin Brisland's runner. Just the 1 win from 11 that came at Bath on fast ground in April last year.
It did. That was his early turf runs, then gave way to the all-weather at the back end, and he ran particularly well at Kempton a couple of times, particularly when coming from behind to be 3rd there in November. So he was a bit rusty first time out, and had a wide draw with a very inexperienced jockey. I would think he's bound to come on for that run.
This is Pride Aside we're seeing going down for Richard Hannon. She's had three starts, a better run at Windsor last time, and now she goes handicap. Well, I thought it was a better run at Windsor.
Yeah, it was certainly a step forward after finishing last on her first 2 outings. I think she'd need a bit more again on the basis of that run to make a splash in this handicap. But it isn't a strong race. The wide draw is probably not ideal.
Devon Envoy for Rod Millman. They've come with a couple of good chances this afternoon, and Ross Coakley rides awkward away last time, and Trevor Whelan's saddle slipped, so I think you just have to draw a line through that run. That
was from a wide draw. Better drawn in 6 today, went forward first time out and ran really well behind Makarova, who's won since. Not only that, the 3rd, 5th and 6th out of that race have won. His demeanour in the paddock wasn't great today. He was very buzzy, but actually he's quite relaxed as he's on his way to the start. And I would think if Ross can get the tune that David Egan got on the horse first time out, he'll go well. But you've got to put that ordinary run behind him last time with mitigating circumstances.
Yeah, for sure. A winner at Chepstow last August, Devon Envoy. And thank the Lord. Let's talk a little bit more about him. Now, he has just sort of eased out in the market. He was 7-2 favourite a little while ago. Makes his debut for Simon Hodgson, has left Michael Atwater, and his first run of the season and backed. And
the Tevishans have moved 1 or 2 others to Michael from Michael to Simon, and with some success as well. This horse hasn't shown anything, but the forebears, including Delegate the Lady, who ran in these colours, are decent sprinters. So just the bandages in front, which is, I'm not sure what's suggesting, I'm not sure, but a non-runner on good to soft ground, so I think the other day, so I would imagine that the horse has been ready for some time, and the connections were probably hoping that rain on Sunday didn't continue, but it didn't, and he's here on ground that most of the jockeys, I think, were describing as good after the first, and officially good as well.
What about Notre Maison, Stuart Kittow's filly? I know she was behind Arlecchino's Gift, but she's quite still lightly raced.
Yeah, she did get stuck on the rails and caught behind a weakening rival on that occasion, while Arlecchino's Gift had an untrammelled passage down the outside. So he could rate her a bit better. She's got a fair weight pull as well with Arlecchino's Gift. And her full brother won last night at Windsor, so there's a bit of a family history to live up to today.
Do Lily for Eve Johnson-Houghton, where do we see her in this race? She was well beaten in Newmarket over a mile last time.
Yeah, she's sort of run the similar races until last time. In all her races, just hasn't looked as though she can pick up at the business end, and I suppose it was similar last time over a mile. The cheek pieces were on first time at Newmarket. She was held up. She normally goes forward, and this time the blinkers suggest that she is going to go forward again from a draw in stall 4. I think she can run a race again, but she doesn't seem to have gears at the business end.
And Pride Aside is 11-1 now, just drifting out a little bit. Romantic Memories, 16-1 chance. Could you give her
Well, I don't know, really. I didn't think it was a great effort at Lingfield last time. The run at Bath time before, she was too keen to last out the mile, and the pace collapsed, and she was one of the pace setters. So she's a little bit better than that, but I'm not sure that 6 furlongs is the answer. She looked fine, and she went down well.
Thank the Lord now continues to drift to probably about the price I thought he would be. 10-1, was 7-2 earlier in the day, non-stop at 11-4 now.
Yes, it's getting towards the sort of price, thank the Lord, now. You think that he should be, based on the sort of guesswork involved, whether he can match the things that his forebears have been doing.
Devon Envoy, I thought, would have a good chance here. Obviously, things didn't go to plan last time out, slipping and saddle going and all of that. But I thought his run prior to that kind of looked like they might be able to build on that.
Without a doubt, and that was over this course, and I think he must have a strong chance on the basis of that effort. I think Arlecchino's Gift has gone to a very big price for a horse who's actually won races under the jockey who won on him last time. But non-stop, if he acts on turf, must be hard to beat.
And Arlecchino's Gift will be the last up to mark.
For the William Hill Best Odds Guaranteed Handicap, they're in the gate. And they're off. They race over 6 furlongs, do Lily just a little slower than Summer Way. Non-stop also not that alertly away. The early speed is with Devon Envoy, and Devon Envoy leads them at the end of the first furlong, with Hot Legs Lil giving chase in second. Thank the Lord towards the far side rail is in third. Arlecchino's Gift is in fourth position, followed by Blue Collar Lad in fifth. Against the rail, Romantic Memories is in sixth place, followed by Non-Stop, who races alongside Notre Maison and also Pride Aside. And as they race on through the halfway point, Do Lily is the back marker, and at the moment about 8 lengths off this leader, a tearaway leader, and that is Devon Envoy with another 2.5 furlongs to last. The lead, though, is 3 lengths over Hot Legs Lil, who gives chase in second. Arlecchino's Gift in third. Blue Collar Lad is in fourth. To the far side rail is Thank the Lord. They're racing down towards the final furlong, and Devon Envoy still has a lead of some 4 lengths, and the others are running out of time. A half furlong to go for Devon Envoy and Ross Coakley, and they're out in front and not for catching today. Devon Envoy in front. Romantic Memories got second. Arlecchino's Gift in third.
Well, he blasted his way to the front, and he's gone all the way to win for Rod Millman and Ross Coakley. First, number 8, Devon Envoy, beating 6 Romantic Memories, and in third place, number 1, Arlecchino's Gift. That was quite impressive in the end, Eddie.
Yeah, very confident ride from Dennis Coakley, not from Dennis, from Ross Coakley. As quite confident, I think, that the horse wasn't going to weaken late on. I mean, he ran really well in a good race here first time out. Not well with a bad draw and a saddle slipping last time, and he's right back to form and has blitzed them really. Nothing else was able to get to him once he struck on from about after a furlong and against the rail, which may be an advantage. I'm not sure. The first winner pulled out from the rail to win. Arlecchino's Gift, I'm sure, is a horse that needs covering up, and Dane O'Neill tried to get in early and wasn't able to get cover as a result. But he's run really well to finish third, having seen probably too much daylight to produce his turn of foot. And the horse who came past him in the closing stage is Romantic Memories, who's in a bit of a difficult position for the connections, because she's run much better dropping back to 6 furlongs than she has been at a mile. But she still got outpaced at a crucial stage in the middle of the race. There you'll see her tracking the leaders, but she drops back and has to come round the long way as the winner, looking as though he's a little bit lit up, and he's done really well to last out in such good fashion.
Yeah, I thought, like, even 3 furlongs out, I thought, well, he's hardly going to be able to keep on kicking, is he? But he did, and, you know, they didn't really get near him at all in the end. No,
they didn't. Hot Legs Lil, who's quite a nippy filly, chased him, and she couldn't get close to him. And Arlecchino's, after Dane O'Neill had tried to get in early, he's decided just to swallow it and ride a race from where he was. And he's chased Hot Legs Lil, got a lead up to a point, but then he's susceptible to closers. But the only closer who could get past was Romantic Memories, who's plugged on to get second. The winner was a completely different league to these today. Blue Collar Lad, nose-banded horse, hasn't really come back to the best of last year's turf form. If there hadn't been lots of money for Thank the Lord this morning, you'd think that's a really good starting point in handicaps. He set off close to the lead and has just